I assume some adult beverages were involved. Let me tell you what wasn't involved. Any beat, any rhythm, any semblance of somebody that's actually heard sounds come out of speaker and then try to gyrate to them in one way, shape, or form.
I love
like you're
so
doing
much.
right now.
I love it so much.
Ain't you tired?
I am a little bit in my shoulder. I loved it so much. It was like they were all listening to different songs. It was something. It was like they were being attacked by a wasp's hornet's nest or something.
Yes.
That's really what it looked like.
Yes.
It looked like they were being attacked. They stepped on like a beehive and they were being attacked. Shout out to Russia. Shout out to those three men. Those three great men. Do you know what time it is?
What time?
It's time for some unfounded, irresponsible speculation about not free agent, pre-agent.
Thank you,
Kawhi Leonard. Here's the update. You know we don't like to do too much research or actual work here on Jalen and Jacoby, so the internet put this together for us. First, we have this picture of a gentleman that looks a lot like Kawhi Leonard. The face is blurry, but that's Kawhi. Okay, he's got his Jordan stuff on, his socks and slides. He's in New York City. And then there's this picture of a gentleman that looks a lot like Greg Popovich at a bookstore, The Strand in New York. If you've ever been to The Strand, it's a very Greg Popovich-y place to hang out. And then there's this picture of Tim Duncan boarding a flight to New York City.
Timmy!
Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like this all happened yesterday. It did kind of feel like this was last week. But is it possible that the Spurs have already met with Kawhi Leonard in New York City?
Possibly, and that footage suggests that it is taking place because Pop in New York, Tim Duncan in New York. We know Kawhi's been here working out basically the entire time, and you wouldn't suggest for that meeting to happen in San Antonio when he hasn't truly been there. So they had to come on his turf and meet with him.
It also doesn't feel like Tim Duncan is just going to spend the offseason in New York City. That doesn't feel like his personality. Like I don't think he's here to like hit the clubs. So if this meeting has already happened, how come we haven't heard about it? How come we haven't heard any resulting whispers of what was discussed or any rumors about him signing a max deal or him leaving?
This time last year, Tim Duncan contributed to an amazing pilot, Jalen versus Everybody. You did too, fam. It was fun. We're going to do some more of those.
No problem.
With that being said, the Spurs move in silence. And so there are things that happen in multimedia that don't get reported. Can I give you the elephant in the room?
What's that?
Did we know LeBron James was going to come out with a cast on after Game 4?
No.
It would have been nice if somebody would have told us after Game 4.
Well, it's because they lost. If they won, he wouldn't have come out with the cast on. You know that. You know that, Jalen. But about this is, of all the people that I was going to have in the meeting to convince Kawhi Leonard, I just feel like Tim Duncan isn't going to say too much. And neither is Kawhi. Like, I feel it was just Pop trying to fill time the entire time. That's really what it was.
Well, here's the thing about a meeting between Kawhi and Tim Duncan. Won't be too many wasted words.
No, they won't be talking over each other very much.
So, because they don't speak a lot, but I think that just shows the longevity of the situation, though. I'm gonna get my old school pillar, my new school foundation. You had a guy that made it work the entire time, Coach Pop. Again, I don't want to live in the universe where Kawhi Leonard is playing in the NBA and Coach Pop ain't on the sideline. I love the way that is. I feel like he was the ultimate Spur from what I felt as an opponent. Team first, doesn't say much, does not thump his chest, he's now outgoing.
Not very flashy.
Yeah, so I always felt like that was a perfect fit, and I hope that they find a way to get it together.
I'm just curious. It does feel like this meeting has already happened, and I'm just curious why we haven't heard about it. But I have another theory of why all those people are in New York. Nas had a listening party last night. That's why everyone's flying to New York City, and we've actually got footage from the three of them at the Nas listening party. There they are, right there in Queensbridge, getting in, right next to Kanye and Nas, bobbing their head. Kawhi looks like he's on medicinal. You know, they're enjoying themselves. They're enjoying themselves at Queensbridge. Do you think they are all here for the Nas listening party and not for a meeting to discuss Kawhi?
That makes a lot more sense.
Thank you.
That's more Pop style.
Yeah.
You know, daytime bookstore, nighttime Nasir.
Exactly. Very excited about the new Nas album. Well, if you remember back to Monday at the parade, things were getting saucy with all the Warriors. Jordan Bell's drinking hen, everyone's spraying champagne everywhere. And Warriors general manager Bob Myers had some awkward things to say about Kevin Durant. Let's look back at that and listen.
And then I heard you tell Kevin Durant he can have whatever contract he wants next year. Yeah, that was just for the media. He can't have anything like that at all. Mid-level. Yeah, mid-level, behind closed doors.
Because I think last year he told Steph he could have any contract he wants, too.
Yeah,
so
well, yeah, that was different. He's been here from the run, the way before days. He's earned it.
And there ended the Warriors' cohesion right there.
So that was awkward. And then, as if he hadn't heard it enough, Myles Garrett of the Browns went on a local radio show, and here's what he had to say about KD.
KD broke the league. You hopped onto a 73-9 team, and he took the easy way out, in my mind. If I were him, I wouldn't have never made a move like that in the first place. Me, I'm too competitive to try and ride on somebody's coattails to get a W.
Jalen, why aren't we over this? Like, why is this still happening? Originally, when this happened, I did feel a certain way about KD, but now I feel awful for KD that he still has to deal with this. Do you feel sympathy for Kevin Durant that he's constantly being bombarded with these accusations and these statements?
Not at all. He knew what he was getting into, and to the winner go the spoils. Because he did it, 2 straight championships, 2 straight finals MVP. I came to a team that's going to highlight my skills. Though everybody was great, he basically said it, I feel like I'm the best player on the team. You get him to the biggest stage, he shines, and now all of a sudden, you're going to have the backlash. But we didn't need him to go out and do it in back-to-back seasons to know that there was going to be backlash.
But if you say, Myles Garrett, what is your priority as a professional football player to win the Super Bowl? What do you want to do with the Cleveland? I want to win the Super Bowl. It's like, and we're blaming KD. We prioritize championships and evaluating careers and evaluating success in athletics so much to a fault. But then once somebody makes the move to win themselves some championships, everybody just criticizes.
It's because the game got easy with analytics. Because now only thing people got lazy and started counting rings. That's it. He's the best because he has X amount of rings. When we talk about greatest players of all time, Karl Malone doesn't come up. John Stockton doesn't come up. Charles Barkley doesn't come up. Reggie Miller doesn't come up.
Iverson.
Allen Iverson doesn't come up. They should be more appreciated by how they performed. Except we're so blinded by the fact that individuals have rings, and then we want to quantify it. Organizations win rings.
That's a good point.
Okay, let anybody that's walking this earth that has 3 rings, go up to them and be like, what kind of guy is Bill Russell? Hey, what kind of guy was Red Auerbach? Tell me about playing for Pat Riley. Tell me about playing with the Showtime Lakers. Tell me about playing with Larry Bird. Tell me about playing with Michael Jordan. Tell me about playing with Shaq. Tell me about playing with Kobe. How's Tom Brady as a guy? What's Tim Duncan like? Like that's just what happens when you have game-changing players. Like when you put Belichick with Tom Brady, they're going to win. They turned over the roster multiple times. They still won Super Bowls. So people are going to be mad at KD because we wanted to see KD go against them.
Individuals don't win rings. Organization wins rings. That's a very good point. There's another organization that's trying to win a ring, and the co-owner and president of basketball operations of that organization, Jeannie Buss, tweeted this interesting little tweet. She tweeted, quote, "Do not ever underestimate nothing else to say." That obviously sparked a lot of speculation as to what she was talking about. Do not ever underestimate nothing else to say. Jalen, she just told her players, this organization just told their players to tone it down on social media. We don't want any problems. And now here she is doing this. Should the Lakers executives follow their own advice when it comes to social media habits?
I think what ends up happening is we talk about the Lakers that rightfully so. They're a storied brand and a terrific franchise. They have 16 championships. Some of the best players that have ever played basketball have worn their uniform. So we're going to gravitate to the news that's happening, especially when it's Magic Johnson, it's Ron Pelinka, when they have 2 maximum spots. When you look at all of the players that they've drafted over the last couple of years, but they really haven't been able to acquire one of the best players in the game. So now that's what this summer is all about. So they hear the talk, they understand the pressure, and they see the pundits and the fans and wondering, is it going to be able to happen? She has to send some level of comfort. She probably got a text. She probably got an email. Probably got on the phone with a manager or agent.
Something.
Like, yes, we feeling good about today.
I don't think she's talking about her new chili recipe. You know what I mean? Like I don't think she's talking about underestimating, like, you know, how she's been getting it in the gym. Like, I think that she knows something and she's just kind of teasing because she can't. You know when you have some good news that you just can't hold it in, or you have a secret you can't hold it in. That's what happened with her. She just couldn't hold it in. So she's like, what can I say that's just so little that I won't get in trouble, but enough to make everybody talk about the Lakers?
People just don't underestimate that Chris Paul is also a free agent this offseason.
Okay. Don't underestimate how much Michael Jordan loves tequila. We'll discuss after this. Jalen Rose, you're on NBA Countdown. You're on Jalen Jacoby every single day. You're a media personality. But you are also a thespian.
I need to look that up.
It's not what you think it is. It means actor.
Got to give the people